Hey guys, it's been a while. Are you ready to get back into it? We're doing another Celebs to Cartoons and we're doing Taeyong today. So let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Wolf with a Pencil, but as you know, you can call me Wolf for short. And today, like I said in the beginning, we are going back on our Celebs to Cartoon series and we're going to be drawing Taeyong today. But before we get into that, if you are new, hi, my name is Wolf. I am an art YouTuber here. And if you want to know more about my channel, please go to my channel page. There is a trailer on my video called, on my channel called Welcome to My Channel Part 2, because it is the second time I am creating a video to do with my content, because my content has changed in the past 3 years. Which is why I decided to do that. You can go up here. I should be able to put a card up here, or it'll be in the links in the description down below if you want to check out my channel and what I have to offer. But before we also get into this video, today is the 22nd of May, and as you guys, if you are ARMY or just any K-pop listener, you know that an ad went up to do with D2 a few days ago, and we were all wondering what's D2, and then we come to find out it's to do with August D, and August D is back! Oh my god, he's back! I cannot believe it. When I say he's back, I mean he never left, but you know, it's been a while, but he's feeding us some lovely content in the music industry right now. Like, his song just came out and I was so tempted to do Yoongi's video today instead of Tae's, but I'm going in a specific order. Yoongi actually will be next, so in the next couple of days or maybe the next week I will focus on Yoongi and we will talk about his new album. I'm so excited. I literally just listened to it all today. As a lot of people, including myself, I was late because it was published 5 hours later from when I woke up, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go watch this. I didn't even get a notification or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of hype today, and we're all appreciating August D's return and his music and just everything. And yeah, but today we're going to be focusing on our goofball, our lovely goofball, the jokester of the group, Tay. You know, he's just so lovely and fun and energetic, and you know, I wanted to be a little bit colourful today, so this is what I'm wearing. I actually went out a few days ago like this, just to have a walk along the river with my mum, and it was really cool. But yeah, let's definitely get into it now because I am rambling the longest time. Also, if you haven't seen any of my other videos to do with cartoons to celebs, I'll leave a card up here, or be linked down in the description below, or it'll be at the end card of my video, so you have options as well. I've done a series within a series, so I started with Doja Cat and I did Blackpink, Lisa from Blackpink. She's my bias from Blackpink, I love her so much. I did her twice, and I started to do a series within a series where I draw BTS as cartoons, but one by one separately. So if you want to check that out, there will be a playlist in the card or down in the description below, or at the end card. So you have a few options. But yeah, let's definitely get into it now. Hey guys, editing / recording Wolf here. And as you now know, we are talking about Kim Taeyong, our lovable Kim Taeyong. And what is there to say? There is a lot to say about this gorgeous man. First of all, he is so beautiful looking. Like, he is so lovely. Like, I'm pretty sure he is a main visual. Well, one of the main visuals. And he's just so... his looks. But let's not talk about his looks, it's more about his skill and his personality. So, those of you who are not into K pop or do not listen, even if you are into K pop but don't listen to BTS, Kim Taeyong is a vocalist of the group. He's a lead vocalist and a visual. And some would like to say he is part of the dance line, just not officially part of the dance line, but he is very good at dancing. So some of us do say he's part of the dance line unofficially. And he has such a unique voice. It's almost like I could see Tay doing opera. That's how amazing his voice is. He has this unique, strong voice, like the chords in, like, I say chords, but you know, the notes that he's able to produce with this certain sound that comes from him is amazing. Like, I haven't heard a voice like that before. So his voice is very unique and significant to the group, because he has a very big range of notes that he is able to sing, whereas some of the other members, such as Jimin, sometimes, and like Cookie, sometimes they're more in soprano mode, or especially Jimin, but Jimin can actually sing quite deep as well when he wants to, but that's when he's more like rapping or talking within the song. And so can Jungkook, but Tae especially, I think, has the most range in vocals in the whole group, and I think that's what makes him very significant to the group when it comes to their songs and singing, because he can go really low and really deep, especially back when they debuted. He was the one who would sing very low or deep, especially in like the hip hop songs and stuff like that. And then gradually, as they continued on, you know, they started singing in a variety of genres of music. And he was able to kind of show off his skill within the fluctuation of how low his voice can go and how high his voice can go. And I tell you, his voice can go nearly as high as Jimin's and Jin's, even if not higher. Like, if you've heard Stigma, when he sings in Stigma, oh my goodness, his vocal cords in that song. Oh, I love that song so much. I think it's my favorite song from him, like my favorite solo song from him that he's done, because there's so much emotion that goes into his songs, but he has such a unique voice. I even remember, just a warning, guys, like, especially if you've been continuing watching this for a while now, but honestly, I'm gonna keep talking about the concert because it is an experience that I've had where I'm able to hear these boys' voices in real life and get to experience what they are like in real life, and how they sound, and they sound exactly the same, if not better. But I remember when they were singing Wings, like right after the first intro to the beginning of the concert had started, and Tay made this he made this riff, and this riff sounded so beautiful coming from him, like it almost echoed. And I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one who heard it, because it was like the part where they go higher and higher, higher, higher. I can't sing to save my life, so that is all I'm gonna give you. But yeah, so you know, he is phenomenal when it comes to his range of vocals and his singing. So he's definitely like very key when it comes to his vocals, and very important. All the members are important, but this is what makes Tay different from the others. And you know, he was never officially part of the dance line, but I don't think so. I mean, we still consider the three J's, which is J-Hope, Jungkook and Jimin to be the dance line, but Tae can pass off to be part of the dance line because he is so good at dancing. If I was to put myself at a level of how good of dancing I am, I think I'll put myself in Tae's shoes, just because I feel like we're at a close level. I think he's a way ahead of me because of the experience he has with performing, but I feel like I could put myself at that level. If you guys don't know, but I also like to dance and do dance and want to pursue it as a career alongside with my art as well. So I do tend to talk about my dancing quite a lot as well, just to let you know if you guys are new. But anyway, so yeah, he is very good at dancing and quite amazing at dancing actually, and he has this stage presence. Oh my god, Tae's stage presence is something else. I have to say he is very sexy on stage. Like, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna speak my mind. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. You can go to the comments. He creates these facial expressions while performing on stage that it's like he wants to make ARMY suffer. I'm telling you, because the facial expressions he makes, very quite seductive if you ask me. I'm not going to be around the bush and say it's not, it is, but that's just him. That's like his alter ego on stage. He just becomes so, I wouldn't say so different from how he normally is, but especially if it's more of a slowed down song or there's some sort of choreography to some of the songs that they are singing, he definitely does make these facial expressions to kind of hype ARMY up a little and stuff like that. And he is exceptional on stage. He's very good on stage, and he knows how to give ARMY a good time, especially when the camera is on him, for the looks that he gives us, and it's very amazing to see. But apart from that, Tae is a goofball. He's most described to be in his own world half the time, especially in interviews in America or in the UK and stuff like that. He does tend to be in his own little world. He doesn't seem to say much sometimes in interviews, but when he does, it's always a bit of a laugh because he either mispronounces things in English, which make them sound really funny. An example of this is when they were actually talking, I think this was actually back in Korea, but he said it a few times during American interviews that, what would you be if you weren't in BTS? And if you guys don't know, but I think Tae has given two answers to this. He said because he is a farm boy, like he grew up on a farm in the countryside back in Korea with his family, he said he would be a farmer. But he's also said in another interview that he would be a saxophonist, because he knows how to play the saxophone, and he's actually quite good at it as well. And I could see him actually doing that if he wasn't in BTS. But luckily, we do have him in BTS, and we wouldn't have it any other way. But his pronunciation of that was so cute and adorable. But he said he wants to be a saxophonista instead of a instead of a saxophonist. He said he wants to be a sexy porny star. And if you guys, can understand the pronunciation and are old enough to know why that is so funny, then but I'm not going to explain. If any of you are younger on this channel and you don't understand, you will just have to wait and see once you're older to understand that joke. But yeah, he does mispronounce things a lot. He's said "not" instead of "no" on the Ellen Show before, and he just said a lot of things which just makes everything more cute and more funny and more lighthearted as well. But I do have to say that he has improved on his English a lot.
all of them have. I always say this, they all have. Tay has definitely improved on his English and is able to come up with full sentences. All the BTS members are able to understand some of the questions in English that interviewers give without Namjoon having to translate half the time, because Namjoon used to translate a lot more often a few years ago when they were doing American interviews about their music and stuff. But lately, Namjoon doesn't actually have to translate that much. They may not be able to communicate fully, but they can understand majority of what the interviewer is trying to say. So sometimes without Namjoon even having to translate, they will answer back with a few words. And Taeyoung is a subject of this as well, and I am just so proud of him. He's come a long way, even though he still struggles a little bit with pronouncing some of his words. He definitely has improved on that a lot. And I think he tries to watch what he says now, so he doesn't make a mistake like that. But they're human. We all make mistakes, and we would never hold that against him. We would just kind of find it funny. But yeah, he does bring out a lot of the charm in the other members. He is just randomly goofy, doing random things to the members. A member could be in the middle of talking and he'll squeeze their cheeks out of nowhere. He's done that with Jin before. He's done that with Jin before, and I think he's done that with Namjoon as well. And every time I think about it, it's so funny. It's because he makes a sound as he squeezes their cheek. And it's just so adorable. Oh, I love him so much. He's just so funny and sweet. And not forgetting his love for his dog Yongtan. Yongtan, you could say, is possibly the 8th member of BTS, because Yongtan is always around. Sometimes he brings Yongtan to Big Hit Entertainment studios, and I think he sometimes brings Yongtan when they are about to perform on stage for a little award ceremony they do for their latest singles that come out and stuff like that. So Yongtan is always around, and if we don't see Yongtan in a Bantam TV, which is BTS's YouTube channel, normally we see him on social media, mainly Twitter, because they are most active on Twitter or on Weverse. So yeah, he is definitely a dog lover, and you can tell he loves his dog as if his dog was his own child. But Yongtan is very cute. But yeah, he Taeyong overall is just so lovely, and he lights up the world. I would say. I mean, him and Hobie especially do make the members laugh quite a lot. I think not Hobie. I think Tay is a bit more of a random one, where he will do it when you least expect it. He will say things or do things when you least expect it. But another thing to notice is that he is also quite quiet at times, and he might not say too much at times, and keep himself to himself. He is quite observant, I've noticed over the years of watching him through BTS Run and Bon Voyage. He can be a bit quiet sometimes, but he's just very well rounded, and we love him. So yeah, that's what I have to say. But before I go, I just want to talk about the drawing really quickly, because I don't think I did a justice of Tay in this drawing, if I'm going to be completely honest. We all have our days when we don't end up successfully succeeding in the drawing that we wanted to have in a certain format, in a certain way. I do think it looks nice, but I think there's a lot of things that I could have done better to improve on the drawing. His eyes aren't in the correct places. Like one of his eyes is slightly lower than the other, and the nose is slightly longer, which makes his face proportions a bit weird looking. He's still, and I don't think he even looks like Tay, if I'm being honest, but I tried to capture the essence as much as I could. But I hope you still enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching me draw him as I spoke about him in some light. Because we all need a Taeyoung in our life to brighten our days and joke around with us and play games with us, because Tay is definitely a gamer, and stuff like that. But I also drew some, blindfolds in the background, which is a hint to BTS's music video on, and some feathers as well, which I will explain in the outro. But I'm going to go now because the wolf in the video is about to start talking. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace. Okay guys, this is the final piece, and honestly it took me longer than expected. I was having a little tiny bit of art block on how to draw Tae's face, and the reason for this is because I've always struggled with drawing Tae's face because he's got such a, especially head on, maybe if it was to the side it would have been better, but I've done two of the members with their faces angled, so I wanted to do Tae's face facing forward with his iconic, V pose with the V under his eye. But doing his face forward, he's got a very unique face structure and very unique facial features, which obviously makes him very handsome. But yeah, I did make him slightly darker than he should be, but that was because of the shading. However, I wish I could have gone a tiny bit lighter with the shading, but I'm pretty sure it will fade out eventually. I do like it, but I feel like it doesn't really look like Tae. Even though, yes, it is meant to be a cartoon, it's meant to represent Tae in some way or other. I do like it, it's just I wish I could have changed a few things about it. His face kind of looks like him, but it doesn't at the same time. But to reference him to the concept I did, the blindfold that the girl is wearing that he is with throughout the film version of the music video for On, and I also did a few black feathers, kind of similar to Jimin's, because his Jimin and I think him are connected in some way, because the concept obviously has changed, but ages ago during like the Blood, Sweat and Tears, that time when Tae was the one who actually had wings and they were black, but in this version it's Jimin who is actually the black swan, so that's why I added some feathers as well. And obviously I did a green tint for the white tracksuit outfit that he was wearing in the dance version of On. So yeah, I do like it. I just wish I could have changed a few things. But if you did enjoy this video, like, comment and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and we will definitely talk about Yoongi with the next time I do turning BTS into cartoons with my Celebs to Cartoon series. Like if you enjoyed this video, and comment what you like about this video, or if you want to see me do any other celebs in between, because this isn't just about BTS, this is a celebs to cartoons, so that means anyone, and let me know down in the comments below. But I'm gonna go now. So this has been Wolf with a Pencil, and she's howling at the moon, and she is out. Peace. Bye. Rudy, stop that. Rudy, stop that. Rudy, come sit. Sit here. Sit. Rudy, sit. Hey. Alright, sit down. Sit down.